Hi, it's Viv from Wisdom Released, and this is your reading for today, Wednesday, June the 20th, 2018. We're joined by Otto this morning. He's slightly distracted by a fly. Hopefully he's not going to be leaping off the sofa and chasing after it, but you never know. Now, I'm using the Rider-Waite, and I've shuffled and already gone ahead and pulled the cards to save on time this morning. The overall energy for today is the Star card. So there's a real sense of hope and optimism today. You're hopeful of a particular outcome. This card speaks to me of timing, but it speaks to me of things happening in the background, very much like the Wheel of Fortune card, that there are things happening that are out of our control. We can't necessarily see, we just have to trust that they're happening. There are things that we can do, we can show up and do our bit to progress things along as much as possible, but to me this card is asking us to remain hopeful and optimistic. Here she is, the figure here who's very open and open to possibility. She's pouring water into the ground, hoping and waiting for growth to occur. She's also pouring water into the pond. So this to me, the phrase that's coming to mind is filling up. She's filling up with emotion. People around you are filling up with hope and optimism, filling up with the right kind of feelings for a positive outcome. There's also this ripple effect as well, I think. So showing up and doing your bit will have this rippling out effect on the people that you're dealing with in the situation that you're in at the moment. The Six of Pentacles speaks to me of balance returning to a situation. So if balance is returning to a situation, then things have been out of balance. So the chap here in the centre is giving to those who are more needy. So there's a sense of equity here, there's a sense of fairness here, there's a sense of generosity here and doing the right thing. So my feeling is that this is what you're hoping for. This is maybe a project that is guided very much towards fairness for other people, being treated well, being treated fairly. It could be speaking about balance and fairness being restored to a particular relationship, an important relationship in your life. The Wheel of Fortune, the phrase that comes to mind for me every time I see this card is what goes around comes around. So there's very much, it has a very karmic feeling to it, but it also reminds us that everything is transient, that nothing is permanent, that we only have this moment, the only time is now, and that our emotions are always coming and going, they're always in flow. So we're never always 100% positive 100% of the time, and we're never always 100% negative 100% of the time. It's always a mixture of the two, and that's the same for every human being on the planet. If we're experiencing challenging times, those challenging times are there to teach us and help us grow, and we can be more graceful. There's an invitation to me to be more graceful with those times, and a little bit more philosophical, in the knowledge that they're not going to last, that these there's always a sense of things coming around, there's always a sense of things, of balance being restored, however long that takes. And the times when things are going good for us, when we're feeling good, when we're feeling high, when we're feeling very optimistic, when we're feeling positive, that we can be really grateful for those times, because we know at some point that our mood will change, the feeling will change, the circumstance that we find ourselves in will change. But it's all part and parcel of life's great plan, of the intelligence there is behind life in the universe and what it has in store for us. It's out of our control. The only thing we can control is how we show up, and all we can do is show up and hope for the best. The next card is the Four of Wands. And this card is about stability. It's there's a celebratory feel to this card. I'm drawn to the bridge that there is in the back of the card there, and it feels like a transition is either coming or has just happened. It feels like a bridge has been crossed or is about to be crossed. And in doing so, stability is restored. So again, it's very much like the Six of Pentacle cards for me, where balance is restored. You know, there's stability, there is a feeling of stability around today, and that the two figures in the centre there who are celebrating, that we're invited to feel grateful for that, to acknowledge this stability and security in our life. And if it's not here already, that it's coming. So those are your messages for today. I hope that's resonated. I hope you found it useful. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much for the likes and for subscribing if you have done. I'll be back tomorrow for another read. Until then, take care.